you guys. Happy Friday. We are so close to the end of our realistic fiction journey, and I have just been so impressed with all of your hard work. So let's not screw it up now when we're literally at the end. We're going to talk a little bit about your ending today. So you are going to write scene 12, and then for some of you, scene 12 will be the end. For some of you, your scene 12 isn't going to be your ending. You're going to need to add maybe just a little bit more so you can tie up all the loose ends and finish your story for your reader. Okay, so let's talk more about endings right now. Hey you guys, so when you think about your endings, there's 3 things you need to make sure that your ending has. Number 1, at the end of the story, has your character evolved? Have they changed? Have they been through something? Have they experienced something? Have they evolved from this person that we didn't even know at the beginning of the story to this full-fledged character that we now know a whole bunch about? Number 2, did you tie up all of the loose ends? Sometimes our stories have little tiny plots that we've built off of them. Did we finish all of those plots? Is all of our loose ends tied up? And the last thing is, does the reader have closure? When you get to the end of the story, does it feel like the end, or does it feel like maybe we just stopped writing? You need to really make sure that you give your reader closure by finishing the story, by ending it. Some of you are going to get to the end of your 12th scene and it's just going to naturally have that feeling. It's just going to be done. You've already done one of these kind of endings just by yourselves. Some of you are going to get to the end of scene 12 and you're going to know that it's not ended, that you finished writing but it doesn't have an ending yet. So that's why I wanted to show you some examples of different kinds of endings that you could add. Not all of these are going to be a great fit for every story, so you really kind of have to read through them and pick the one that's going to work best for you. Some of the most simple endings are the dialogue ending. So in a dialogue ending, the story ends with an important conversation or quote. Most people, because our stories already have a lot of dialogue, it's just writing one more conversation that really ties everything together. They could be talking to somebody and looking back on something, that happened in your story, and that's a really good way to end things. I also think a reflection ending right here is a good way, especially if you're writing in first person. You can just have the narrator take a step back and reflect on what happened, and that's just a nice little tiny paragraph of this is what happened, this is what I learned, here's what I would do differently next time. You could also have a circular ending, which is where the end of your story circles back to something that happened way at the beginning, or a lesson ending, which is where your main character grows, changes, or learns something at the end of the story. You can take a screenshot of these and read through them if you're really stuck. Just know you can always send me an email or message me on Schoology, but your job today is to write your 12th scene and to make sure that you have an ending. Remember that we're going to be sharing these stories on Monday with 2 people in our class, so it's really, really important to get this story done. Do not procrastinate. The time to turn this in is so near. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.